So now we will talk about a company that you want to scale. You don't want to go to an IPO, but you want to grow this type of a startup. This is kind of like my journey. I really want to build something big. What this means for each person might be something different. In my case, from the beginning of my life, I want to create companies that they do not depend on me, because the moment that the company depends on you, it's good, but I don't like that. I want to have a company that really scales. That doesn't mean that it's going to happen from day one. For example, Tecton, my first consultancy company, took me almost 10 years before I was able to exit that company in a real position. It depends, but I always wanted to scale and scale and scale. Not necessarily the IPO again. This is more like, hey, I want to create a structure, I want to go global, I want to sell $100 million. It's up to you. But that's the type of company, which brings some type of processes or things that you need. Again, each one of these type of startups has pros and cons. It depends on you. Like, for example, the good thing about building a company that will grow is that you can start defining processes, you can have a board, you can have structure, you can scale. You might raise money if it's the case. Building a company that scales, it means that you can have different structure. You can start positioning yourself in a different way. You will be able to move away. And that's a very huge, especially in this type of startup, for founders. Because sometimes the founders, they want to be the CEO of the company when they scale. And that's not necessarily the case or the most important piece. Why? Because not every founder is a good CEO. For example, myself, I'm probably the worst CEO in the world, and I know it. That's why from day one, I was looking to build a team that could replace me, because I know that I add value in a different way. And we have, again, another module or chapter where we will talk about what you should do in the different maturity stage of a startup. But in my case, I want to create a company that scales, that do not depend on me, and that could sell millions, and that's one way to do it.